welcome or welcome back. This is my little cozy corner. Today we're going to be talking about my September TBR, and I am so excited. I love fall. When I think of fall, I think of sitting on my couch, drinking tea, reading a book, wrapping up with a blanket. I am so excited for fall. I've been thinking about it for months. So I am very excited for this TBR. So let's just hop right into it. My most anticipated read for September is Lore Olympus. This is the 8th book in her series. Now, if you don't know, Lore Olympus started on Webtoons, and the series is complete. So if you wanted to go on Webtoons, you could read the entire series beginning to end. But that's not how I found it. I found it in Barnes & Noble first, and so that's how I'm going to continue to read it. And so she's been releasing it as books. I believe we're gonna get 12. And so she usually releases one in May. So that's when this one was released. And then she's gonna release the 9th one in October. And so I'm gonna read this one in September. So then that way in October, when the 9th one comes out, I already know what's going on. Volume 7, it ended on a cliffhanger. They were putting Persephone's up for trial, and they believed that she was trying to overthrow Hades in the underworld, and then that's when the story ended. So I'm very excited to read this, see how the trial ended. Obviously it looks sad, which is kind of why I've been putting it off. I've had this since I think July. I've been putting it off because I know I'm gonna get sad. I know it's gonna make me cry, and so I want to be prepared for it. Like, I want to have tissues ready. I got to be mentally prepared to read this book because I know I'm going to cry, but it'll be worth it. I'm excited for it. So that's my first one on my September TBR is Lore Olympus Volume 8. The next book on my TBR shouldn't be all that surprising if you watched either of my last videos, whether it be my August TBR or my fall anticipated reads. But the next one I want to read for September is Always Practice Safe Hacks, which is book 4. Yeah, book 4 in the Stay a Spell series. Now this one follows Livy, and I think it's like an academic, and it's enemies to lovers. And so I'm very excited. It's witch and grim, which Grimm is a supernatural character that I am just being introduced to. I'm used to vampires and werewolves. I grew up on Twilight. I didn't read the Twilight books, but I've seen Twilight, and that was my generation. Okay, so sorry about that intermission. I had some technical issues, and it took a very long time to get those issues resolved. It is now nighttime, so I am using a ring light, which I don't love because you can see it in the reflection of my glasses. So let's just try to ignore those. Anyways, where were we? We were talking about my September TBR. We are on this one. Has anyone read a book with Grimms in it? I don't understand what they are and what they do, which that's kind of the point in this series, is like the Grimms are mysterious, and like as time goes on you get to know them more, but I don't even know how to describe a Grimm. But like I said, this is enemies to lovers, academic. I think they're up for the same promotion or like the same job. So I'm very excited to read this. And then the third and final book on my TBR is one that I've had for quite a while now, but it feels like the right time. So I'm going to read Bloody Heart by Sophie Lark. I think that kind of rhymed. So this one is let me count. So this one is the 5th book in her Brutal Rights series. This one I have been hesitant to read because I read some bad reviews about it. I saw some reviews of people saying that this is their least favorite female main character. I've seen reviews saying like it's a horrible book and like the plot just isn't there and the smut isn't there, and I let the reviews get to me, and so I read those reviews a while ago, so I'm hoping that most of them are out of my head. I want to give this a chance. I'm going to try to read it. It is about Simone and Dante. Dante is in the mafia, and then Simone is, they were like high school sweethearts. They were high school sweethearts, and then for some reason they got separated. I think it has to do with like her family's rich and his family was in the mafia, and so her family didn't want him intermeeting with her. But they get separated and then they get back together after 9 years. And then there's like some secrets and things get found out. So yeah, this is book 5. If I can finish this one, I'll only have one book left in the Birthright series. And so I'm kind of on a kick of wanting to get the series I've started finished. Ever since I finished the Windy City series, which I think I read 3 of the 5 books in 1 month. I think those are the books I read in July. Ever since I did that, I'm like, I need to get all these series done so I can start new series. And so it's been energizing to finish a series. And so now I just want to go through and finish all of the series I've started. So wish me luck. Most of the series I'm close to finishing, so we're almost there. But yeah, I'm only doing 3 books on my TBR for the month of September, just because this month is going to be really busy. Yeah. So these are the books I'm going to read for September. What are you going to read? What are you looking forward to this fall? Do you like the month of September? Are any of you going back to school? How are you? Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed my cozy corner. The coziest corner of my apartment today was brought to you by my couch, my lovely little brown couch. Thank you. Have a great night. Love ya. Get to reading.